Hello everybody, it's Mel from Stocksbridge Guitar Tech. I'm here with another video for you. Not a lesson video today. Just recently picked this Jay Turser Strat up. It's in pretty bad shape. I don't know if you can see. It's got some kind of thing attached to it there. No idea what that's meant to be. Strings are old and rusty. Haven't tried this yet, haven't plugged it in. It's missing a tremolo bar. It's very dirty and dusty. So let's plug it in first of all and see if it works. Well, that seems to work. That's good news. So all the electrics work. The volume control works. Let's try the first tone. Yep, that's working. Try the second tone. Yep, so that's great news. All the electronics work on it. Ooh. Let's give her a little tune up. So I think this is probably just going to require a setup and some new strings. Hopefully anyway. I have noticed the action's very high on it. Should have put a strap on this. Sounds a bit more like it. It doesn't sound bad. And it should look quite nice when it's been cleaned and polished and had a setup, but I don't know if you can see how high that action is. But it is very high. Would make playing bar chords quite difficult up the neck. Intonation doesn't seem too far out either, so I think this is just going to need a quick little setup, some new strings on it, a good clean and polish, and I reckon that'll be a decent little Strat. So I'll let you be a fly on the wall and watch what I'm doing to the guitar as I do the setup. So let's crack on and let's see if we can make this thing play a lot better than it is doing at the minute. Get that action down and just make it look a bit spankier. There are no big dings in it that I can see. It's quite a good purchase. Got this off eBay. So let's do some work on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just note down some measurements. I'm going to check the relief here at the 7th fret. I'm going to check the string height around here at the 17th fret and see what we've got. I like to install a capo at the 1st fret when I do these measurements. I use feeler gauges, the more accurate. Yeah, so the action's too high. The action's too high. Neck relief's not too bad on there. So I've taken my measurements, and now I'm going to take the back plate off and I'm going to block the tremolo off to take that out of the equation. So I want to completely remove these tremolo springs. So I'm going to back the claw out until it's about an inch away from this back point here. Should do. Remove those for now. And then I'm going to block this tremolo. I'm going to fit a block in here. Until I've got a gap. When I've strung back up to pitch, I want to see a gap between the body and the back of the bridge of about 3/32 of an inch. Okay, so I've blocked the bridge off, and that's reading exactly 3/32 of an inch, which is where I want it. There, between the bottom of the bridge and the body at the back is 3/32 of an inch. So that bridge is now blocked. So now I can take the old strings off, clean the fretboard, put new strings on, maybe polish the frets up a little bit, and then I can just set the guitar up as normal, and hopefully we should have a great playing guitar. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, I've put the new strings on. I've just checked the bridge that's still blocked to make sure it hasn't moved. And that's still fine. It's still at 3/32 of an inch. So now I'm just going to do a setup on the guitar. I'm going to put a capo at the first fret. I'm going to hold the string down at the last fret, and I'm going to check for a gap at the 7th fret. I have roughed in the saddles, so this won't be a million miles out. So that's quite close. Maybe just wants to go down a smidgen more. That's quite close there. That looks pretty much bang on. So I've got that set to 0.012 of an inch. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. But so that's the neck relief set. So next I want to set the string height, and I'll do this at around the 17th fret here. So I'm going to measure from the top of the fret to the underside of the string, and I want that to be around 4/64 or 2/32 at this 17th fret. And again, that's pretty much spot on. Just do this side. Okay, that's the high E's maybe a little bit low, so I'm just going to raise the action. I've took that down too much, so I'm just going to bring that saddle up just a quarter turn or something. A little bit more. Make sure when you adjust the saddles that you keep them level. You don't want, because there's 2 screws on them, you don't want them lopsided like that. You want them nice and flat, the same height. Otherwise that affects the string spacing, and you'll find your strings are out of whack like that if you don't get them level. But that should be about bang on now. Yep, there we go. So that's neck relief set. That's the 2 outer strings set. So I'm just going to set the 4 inner strings now to the same radius as that neck by moving these saddles up and down until they're all to the same radius as that fretboard, which is 9.5 inches. But I've got the 2 outer ones set exactly where I want them. Okay, so next I want to set the height at the 1st fret where the nut is. So take the cap off. I've had a look at this and it looks pretty close. I like to set this gap to 0.020 inch, and that should just slide under there. That's perfect. Let's try the top side, and again, yeah, lovely. So that's spot on. That nut's actually cut really well. So next job, pickup heights, and I like to set these about 1/8 of an inch from the top of the pole piece to the underside of the string, and we press the string at the last fret to make this measurement. So we just hold the string there and then measure that gap. So I like to see 1/8 of an inch on the bass side and 3/32 of an inch on the treble side. We do that by just adjusting these 2 screws at either side of the pickup. Those raise or lower the pickup. So I'll just check that first one. Yeah, so that's actually a little bit too high. It wants to go down. If these are set too close to the strings, it can cause tuning problems. So that's just a little bit high. So turning anti-clockwise lowers the pickup. Turning clockwise raises it. Still too high. There we go. That's bang on 1/8 of an inch. The middle one and the treble one, those are too high as well. So now I'll just set these roughly to the same as that one and then remeasure them. Okay, so that's the bass side done. So I'll just do the same on this treble side now. I'll set those to 3/32 of an inch. Right, so I've got the guitar finished. Unfortunately, my camera battery died as I was doing the last bit of the process, which was just removing the wooden block from the tremolo cavity and then setting up the intonation on the guitar. So to remove the block, all I did was the 2 screws holding the claw that I'd unscrewed, I just tightened those back up until the wooden block just fell out on its own, and at that point the bridge is set. So just tighten those 2 claw screws up until that block falls out on its own. And then the intonation you just set by moving the saddles forwards or backwards depending on whether the note is flat or sharp at the 12th fret. So with a tuner, when you tune the open E string, you should get the same note on the tuner when you play the 12th fret. And if that note is either flat or sharp, then you need to move these saddles either forwards or backwards until you get that note in tune, and it's the same as the open string. And you just do that for all 6 strings. So you balance them up so that the 12th fret position gives you an exact octave of the open string. But that's the guitar finished. It just wants a bit of a clean up and a polish now. So let's have a listen how it sounds. Well, that's all I've got for you today, folks. So that's how you set a Strat type guitar up with a tremolo. As ever, if you found this video useful or any of my other videos, please do like, comment, share. Remember to subscribe, and if you do subscribe, remember to click the little bell notification so that you don't miss any future videos. But that's all from me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for another video next week. Bye for now.